Good morning, Randomizer fans, and welcome to the Final Fantasy Randomizer Co-op 2020 tournament. This is Week 2, Game 3 of Danny and Spellzap, the Crescent Lake Party Planners, versus Hypes and Chadbert, the Big Brain Club. My name is Lord Fizzlebeef, and joined with me today is my good friend Luffy. How's it going, man?
I'm great this morning, Fizzle. Happy to be here. Hope to see a great race today between two very exciting teams.
Alright, and we're gonna be trying to get the race underway in a couple seconds here. What can you tell me about what you know about Big Brain Club and Crescent Lake Party Planners?
So I know they've had some pretty good races so far. I tracked the race the other night, Game 2, which came down to the wire. Big Brain Club pulled it out at the end. They had a nice grind and jumped past Crescent Lake Party Planners real fast, and then it was just a great rush to the end to kill chaos. Really good race.
So we're gonna get the gate lifted in a couple seconds here. And looking at the map, something I do want to point out real quick, despite Hypes' on-map sprite showing the Red Mage, that's not actually the lead character in his party. The lead character in his party is a fighter, and once we get into a shot, we can better look at the difference in party members. Generally, the preferred set of party members is the fighter rainbow, fighter red mage, white mage, black mage. We'll see if they hold to that, or we'll see if they divert a little bit.
Well, I know Danny hates to take a white mage, so we'll probably see double red on her side. But, you know, like you said, we'll see how it goes when they jump in there and we see the comps.
So, question in chat, what are the rules to co-op? Oh, nope, we're off. The general rules to co-op is that when one set of players on a team gets a key item, the other person on the team also gets a key item. Level 1 white magic, red promotion locked exit and harm 3, fire 3, and fast out of level 1. This, I think, is the scenario where I would re-roll for a white mage.
Oh, look at that. Danny brought a white mage, so she is not in bad shape to start out. I do love seeing fast and exit at level 1, though. Got to appreciate that.
So it looks like Spellzap, Hypes, and Chadbert all rocking the fighter rainbow. Danny, being a bit of a maverick, she's gone with fighter white, double black. And I mean, I like Danny's party the best, but it still has too many white mages for my tastes.
I was always a white mage fan back in the day. I hate getting locked out of any of that white magic, but I have started trying to get into the double red black, so right in my comfort zone.
And it looks like we're taking imp grinds out of the gate. I wonder if this is safety for levels, or if we found... Oh, this is probably to stock up on tents.
Yeah,
because I'm seeing
tents.
I'm seeing a large 2 deck. I'm seeing a Falchion 4, which is neat. It looks like Canaria Castle leads somewhere with man-cats, so we're gonna...
I think that was more deals that I saw there.
But Temple of Fiends location is mermaids, and I was gonna make a joke about not having any shards, but we've already found 2 in there.
Gotta love seeing free boxes early like that.
Worth noting that we are playing under shard hunt rules, so we need to find 28 shards total before we get into Temple of Fiends Revisited, and shards are not shared between teammates. Also, shoutouts to Sleep 2 Gauntlet.
Big hunk of money there for Spellzap. Is that a Cure 3 stick?
I think it was.
Not best Cure spell, but also free, so you gotta like that.
And Hypes found one of the incentive locations the second floor of Space Cave. Unfortunately, all he got was around 4 grand. In a lot of tournaments past, we've operated under loose key item rules where we've had more key items than incentive locations, so some of them get pushed out into the world. Well, this time we're operating under too many incentive location rules in that we have more incentivized locations than key items, so some of them will roll duds. And it looks like Sky 2 is a dud.
Danny found mermaids as well, going through those boxes, as is Chadbert. A little bit of exploring, getting their feet under them, I think, this early.
Yep, that was a Cure 3 stick, and also a Lightning 1 stick and a Sleep 2 gauntlet. Lots of magic items early, but only one of them useful. I guess you could vendor the rest of them.
I suppose. A lot of money there, too, in mermaids. Over 40k, I think, in one chest, so that's going to be nice early game money. They can pick up some of those Falchion 4s and outfit their fighter and red mage if they want.
Ooh, Sleep 2 gauntlet was 22 grand. That'll help the pocketbook.
Absolutely.
So it looks like Hypes is heading east, while Chadbert at least is heading west. I don't know how far west. We'll get our look at what Matoya's cave is momentarily.
It looks like there were 3 shards total in mermaids there, so everybody gonna have a quick 3 stones, Esper shards, whatever we're calling them today, real fast.
I believe we're calling them pieces today.
Oh,
okay.
There. I tried.
So Sky 2 was at Matoya's cave, second floor being Northwest Castle. We don't have a crown yet, but if we get one shortly, this will be a good place to return to. Oh, Canaria Castle is Castle Ordeals. That's kind of hilarious.
You do like seeing Northwest Castle not buried deep, too, so only second floor sky to the next transporter is pretty nice.
Nova finds Pro Ring -4. That, I mean, we still get the death resist out of it, but cutting the absorb in half is kind of really not good. As spells that run into Zombles with Ice 2, that's going to make Ordeals a bit of a pain.
So being new to the community here, I'm just learning how Blurst weapons works, Blessed and Cursed. Can you maybe explain that a little bit, so that way we can understand it a little better?
Sure. So what we do is we take any given piece of gear and we muck around with the stats, and we symbolize that by giving it either positive numbers or negative numbers, up to +5 or -5 for armor. If we're not talking about chest armor, so helmet, offhand, gloves, if it's +1, it's +1 to absorb. If it's -1, it's -1 to absorb. So Pro Ring -4. Pro Ring is normally 8 absorb. Pro Ring -4 is 4 absorb. If we're talking about chest armor, for every point up or down, that's 2 points of absorb. So chain armor, normally 15. If it's chain armor +5, that's now 25. If it's chain armor -5, it's now 5.
Gotcha.
Weapons is a little bit more math involved. So for every point up or down on any particular weapon, the attack power goes up or down by 2. The hit rate, which determines how many weapon swings there are when you use the attack action, goes up or down by 3. And the crit rate goes up or down by 1. So your Vorpal +4 is going to have a much better rate of attacking and even better crit, whereas your Xcal -5 might actually bring that crit rate down to 0, and the attack power brings it down to like Sun Sword or Defense Sword territory, somewhere in there.
I.e. not the ideal endgame weapon anymore.
Right.
So spell zap on the final floor of Ordeals there. Might get a look at the incentive chest, see what we got. And it's its tail.
Tail's a real good early find, especially before we get any... If we can get class change done before we get any levels, Knight will be able to learn level 2 or 3 magic as we find it, so we don't have to make repeat trips to Provoca and Elfland.
Spell Zap also doing one of my favorite moves in an early level, not even bothering to check the last spike tile, just nopes out of there with exit.
It's the safe play. You don't want to get all the way to the end and find out that, oops, this was an unrunnable lethal tile.
And Hypes looks like he found dwarves over there.
So dwarves at...
So a couple layers deep at Provoca. Onrak looks like it made itself over to Elfland today.
And Titan in Elfland Castle.
Titans East.
Question in chat. So, what have I missed? Anything? So, notable things so far. Level 1 magic, we've got Fire 3 and Exit, but only for white mages. We also have Heal 3, Harm 3. Fast was level 1, so we got pretty good spread of level 1 magic. We haven't found any other functional towns so far. We found Ordeals at Canaria Castle. That's holding the tail. We haven't found any other key items so far.
And Melmont looks like it goes to Titans West, so nice little loop right there, which again leads us to a roadblock.
No Titan Wormhole today, but Spellzap finds the crystal at the Canaria Castle in the Northwest Castle location. As Titans East is the Temple of Fiends entrance, so tick that box off the list.
You do like finding that early on and not having to track that down with the airship later.
Spellzap also finds Crescent Isle with an herb for sale. Very cheap herb. That's an easy get. Don't even have to muck around with saves coming or anything.
Especially when they found all that money early on in Mermaids, and the Gauntlet they could sell for about 20k. That's a nice early game find.
Level 6 Fade, not red learnable, but Life is. Level 6 Lightning 3, not red learnable. So this was the wrong seed to bring a red mage, pretty much.
And looks like Hypes just took down Garland, and I guess we'll see what Princess Sarah has to offer when he works his way back over to Northwest Castle.
And what did we get out of the old men? The TNT. That's what we got out of the old men. So we know where Dwarves is. We can turn that in. I don't believe we've sighted Matoya or Elfland Castle.
Not yet, I do not believe.
And we also have... we can also get the princess item if we kill Garland and then trek our way back to wherever... back to Northwest Castle. Which is kind of a boat trip. It's going to be kind of doubling over previously traversed stuff, as Hypes finds the rod out of Earth Cave. So we're good for one of our locks.
Yeah, you'd much rather have the canoe right now and to park at one of the little inlets to hit the Northwest Castle instead of having to trek all the way back to the dock by Elfland. Still quite a bit to explore, so we'll see when they decide to take that boat trip or not.
So both teams are kind of looping over stuff that the other has done. At this point, neither team has made a trek to Crescent Isle location, and I have a feeling that's where we're going to be finding our progression.
Depending on what Princess Sarah has right here, I think you may be right, as Hypes is about to find out what she's going to give us. And Danny finds Sarda as well, so we'll pick up her rod.
There's our bottle, which I don't think we found Gaia, so yep, we're headed to Crescent.
Yeah. Boat trip leading to another boat trip. I thought Sail the High Seas was last summer's tournament theme, but here we go again.
Every seed's a boat seed here at the Final Fantasy Randomizer.
Did Hypes just reset out of that and say he'd pick it up later? Because he ended up being back a lot farther than I thought he would.
So, one of the good things about how co-op works is that once you find a key item and once that data is transmitted to the server will give you back that key item regardless of what happens. So what Hypes did was he traveled all the way over to Canaria Castle. He got his key item. It wasn't the key, so he wasn't going to open any more boxes. And then once his partner had it, he reset way back out, way far away, and is headed towards a much better destination to go to. It's a big time save.
I can see that. Yeah, that probably cut a good 30, 40 seconds of walking out right there. That is clever.
One might even call it big-brained.
But Danny has a party member Stone. Was that in Bull with Stone Touch, or does that party member been down for a minute and I just missed it?
That would have been that encounter, so it would have been something in that encounter.
Bulls and trolls usually roll together, so it could have been one or the other.
Our first look at Crescent, and it's Provoca.
Oh, you love to see it. You
Well,
love to see it.
What do we got out of White Magic? We have Cure 4, Harm 4. That's not bad. I'll give the White Mage something to do.
Cure 4 will be night learnable as well. You do love to see that.
And out of Black Magic, we got Ice 3. So we got Fire 3 at 1 and Ice 3 at 2. That's really good, I think.
It's decent sweepers.
Oh, Spell Zap snubbing the Hooray Dwarf. You hate to see it.
You can't do that.
Not even talking to him, just shoving him out of the way.
So unfortunate. And the TNT gives us the key. You love it right there. What's
What do
that?
we got?
10 free boxes and that 8 free boxes to pick up right there.
Roughly, we got Silver -1, $5, Bad Armor, $6, $56, 118,000 gold, and $5.
The best part about that was the key, so I guess you'll take it.
Yeah.
Comment in chat, convenient key is convenient. That is absolutely true.
And the pirates have given us the canoe.
Oh, very nice. Bicky with the smaller mode of transportation today, but you love to see it.
Yeah, somehow all nine pirates fit into that tiny little canoe. So we got cheap Pro Ring -4s for sale. We'll take it. We've got Silver -2s, which is, I mean, they're $500, so like whatever, we'll take it.
Armor's armor for your mages this early in the game, so
Yeah.
you'll definitely replace it at some point.
As Chadbert picks up the Big Brain key. At this point, I feel like Big Brain Club is only a couple minutes, like maybe a minute behind Crescent Lake Party Planners. Spells out finding Bahamut is going to be telling Danny, no, don't leave yet. Don't stop. No, wait, go back.
Early game promo, 16 minutes in. Probably go right back to Provoca as you can and pick up that Cure 4 for the night, start getting charges at level 15 and off to the races.
Alright, Danny headed for Volcano location, as Spell Zap headed to probably Ordeal's location. Nope. I misread where they were. So Danny finds a dungeon, gonna explore that a little bit. Spell Zap headed for something. Probably straight to Provoca, because that Cure 4 and that Ice 3.
By the way, yeah.
Or maybe not. Maybe we're headed all the way to Northwest Castle location. Northwest Castle location in the co-op tournament. It always has stuff in it, unless it doesn't.
see what else has to offer today.
It offers Sarias with Lit 2 at the front door.
At least you saved it a little bit back. That's not so bad.
Volcano ends up with some dragon treasure chests, power 5 stack, and some other stuff. As Spell Zap found.
Sarias also have Trance. Great. Ice Cave.
The Ice Cave loop. We don't have Warp, so we'll have to do this the old-fashioned way.
Oh, decent grind tile there.
Hypes and Danny basically holding hands in the same cave. Finding a Vorpal 3.
Game changer hype right now. And looks like Chabert also picked up a Sun 5. That's a decent weapon to have early on.
Yep. We can use it prior to class change, but after class change, I mean, I'm still looking at using the Sun 5 for the bulk of the game, but when we hit endgame territory, I'm starting to look at that Vorpal 3. With clamped bosses in Topher, Absorb is likely to be sky high. So I'm going to be looking at crit power. So unless we find like a Mazza 5 or something ridiculous, I'm kind of looking at that Vorpal 3 as our endgame sword for the moment.
I would have to agree.
As Ice Cave turns out to be the Rod Lock. Good thing we already found one of them.
Danny gonna keep going, kill the vampire, and show us what lays best.
Hype's still having problems on the earth floor. Getting bogged down in an encounter with flash and slow oozes. Is it dangerous? No. Does it waste our time? Oh yeah.
Absolutely. At least we got the NPC guillotine on to get rid of the bats blocking our path, which will definitely save a little bit of time.
It looks like Chadbert is headed to Crescent. As Danny finds another Sun 5 sword. Or maybe that was the first. No, that's another Sun 5 sword. And here we have the mighty vampire, Scourge of Melmond, destroyer of the clinic, Scourge of the earth, destroyer of farms, and he's gone.
Blink and you miss it.
And we get a crown.
Well, we know where Northwest Castle is over at Provoca, so that'll be a quick turn in whenever they head back over that way. From one side of the world to the other. If only we could find the floater. Maybe it's here in Ice Incentive. Oh,
it sure is.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Hit the brakes and turn around. We're getting us the flying hot dog.
Belzap immediately gonna head to the Ryukon Desert to pick up his airship. Danny, being at Ice Cave, I'm sure is not far behind.
No, it makes sense to continue clearing out a location before turning around to go get the airship, especially because it's like you'd have to come back to clear it anyway, and all that time spent getting back down to this point is a bit of a waste. It's the one exception I have to the stop everything that you're doing and go get the airship rule is if it's floor entrance shuffle and you're in the middle of a dungeon, finish it out first.
With exit, she'll be able to get out of there pretty quick anyway when she's finished.
And we've got our Elfland Castle herb turn-in. What are we getting? It's Oxyale, which we found on rack, so we know what to do with that.
Access to another dungeon.
Sometimes another town.
Quite possible. Still looking for Elfland level 3 and 4 magic. And I don't believe we found Melman, Gaia as well.
Correct.
Quite a bit out there still. Danny finds the marsh split. This dungeon just keeps going right here, and now she's got to make a choice.
Yeah, finding a split like 4 floors down is terrible. Finding a brack shirt, that makes my day so much better.
You'll love to see it. Now, if we can only find Kraken and put that to good use.
Mm-hmm.
And Danny finds Carrie.
Sweet. We got 2 tiles in the way. What do we got? What do we got?
Incentivized location here in Volcano as well.
Spells out finding a Lightning 3 gauntlet while Danny having some minor problems with some unrunnables.
Sphinx got a little bit of meat on him right now, it would seem. There we go.
And it's the loot. That's
beautiful.
Crescent Lake party planners. We've got the loot. We've got the key. We know where Topher is. It's now just a case of finding shards. We know where Bahamut is. We've got the tail. We can do class change whenever we want. It's just shard counting from here.
Seeing how Carrie was so far down there, I do not see them going for the carry kill at some point to get those 2 shards, so they'll just pick them up elsewhere.
Looking at the current gear, looking at the current levels, I understand passing on the carry play at this point, because going through everything that's been found so far, I'm trying to figure out how do you kill a carry with what we've got, and the answer keeps coming up. Hope it doesn't kill you and lets you stand there forever taking shots at it, which is not the most successful of plans.
Yeah. If only they found the wizard stick on the way down, maybe there was a prayer. But yeah, definitely
then,
smart play.
Even then, at level 10, I'm like,
You would definitely not want to lose that loot either. That's something you want to hang on to.
Mm-hmm. Spells out returning to Northwest Castle, hands the kindly old king the crown, gets chime for the trouble.
Oh, we were played. It was Astos all along.
What?
The kindly old king was Astos all along.
No, look at the way he's standing there with his arms longer than the rest of his body. I mean, that seems like a guy I can trust. And see, he just left. He just gave us the stuff and left. See, he was kindly the whole time.
I take it all back. You're right.
Raiding the treasury got us an iron shield and not much else. A mummy tile is not a bad option to polish off some levels right now, just to get into like the mid-teens range.
They have harm 3 and fire 3. Should make quick work of them.
Oh, spells up already in the mid-teens range.
Yeah. I don't see him staying here for very long. Yep, there you go. And looks like we got a quick update on the shard count. Right now, Spell Zap at 11, Danny at 6, Pipes 4, Chad 3.
So Spell Zap in the shard count lead, but both players do have to finish. So it's going to be down to when both players get to 28, not just the first 28.
Correct. And Spell Zap picks up his Vorpal 3.
Equips it immediately.
Why not? Probably the best weapon he has right now.
Does he not have a Sun Sword 5?
I know he's on the floor where Danny picked it up down by the vampire, so maybe he just hasn't had it yet. And I think Hypes took the southern route on the marsh split, showing us something new.
It's the floor before Mermaid's floor. Are we going to get that stupid chest way in the north that nobody likes, or are we going to get the sensible 3 chests and be on our way? Looks like we're going to get the sensible 3 chests.
Probably the smart play. Even when looking for shards, you can find another one somewhere else besides taking that walk. Spells that looks like he's picking up some of his magic from Provoka.
Question in chat: Vorpal 3 over Sun 5. Nah. Not when you're like level 10. When you're like level 10, you want the Sun 5. When you're walking up to like carry 2, then swap it out for the Vorpal 3. You can use whatever you want against Lich 2. It'll fall over no matter what. So like, don't bother with the weapon change before that.
I've seen Lich 2 go down to strongly worded emails before, so I think that'd be fine.
Like, he can't even eat his birthday cake correctly. That's how little of a threat Lich 2 is.
And looks like we have Chatbert over in Ice Cave, gonna pick up his floater as he works his way down, hopefully.
And we've got a Dark 2 helmet. Insert Dark Knight jokes here.
Agama floor fine. I believe this will be our first look at Gaia, or not. I changed my mind.
Now we gotta go clear out Cardia.
Thought I saw spells that land over at Gaia for a second. And he decided he had to go back to Provoka real quick.
Is that a second Brack shirt? I think that's a second Brack shirt.
Who picked that up?
Hype's picked it up on Agama floor.
Yep, that would be a second Brack shirt.
Yeah, because the other one was Marsh Top. So yeah, 2 Brack shirts for the taking.
Not quite as tasty as the seed I was tracking last night when there were 4 masses rolled, but you do love to see free Bracks all around. Oof, unrunnable asks on that spike tile. You do not like that. Annoying.
Yeah, it's... Unless if they roll something, you're dead anyway, and if they don't roll something, it's just like, please stop. You're embarrassing both of us.
As Will Bloodworth in chat says, friends do not let friends equip the Vorpal. This message is brought to you by Thieves Guild and the Katana Club.
You mean the Katana -5 club? Because that's like the only katanas I've seen in like any of these seats.
I've tried playing a few Blur seeds myself. I have never seen the Katana roll positive.
Shoutouts to Will Bloodworth. Love you, man.
And so it looks like spells have found the waterfall.
As Danny finds Elfland, I missed what black magic was, but in in white magic we got life 2, locked to white mage only. I missed what level 3 black magic was. Level 4 white magic, we have Ruse, white locked. And we got Quadex and Lock 2. And Fire 2, I guess, if we're hurting for AoE. That's not bad. And Tracker helping us out. Tracker helping us out. Level 3 Black Magic had Temper and Cake and Lock 1. Not bad.
Too bad. Temper, great. You like seeing that before level 5 in any seed.
Mm-hmm. As Spellzap finds the waterfall floor, finds his way through it, and gets a ruby for the trouble.
And a silver Titan is.
And a silver 5 sword, which would be great if we didn't already have a Sun 5 sword to stare at.
And the Vorpal 3 that we don't want them to equip.
Not yet. Like, we'll want it eventually. Not now.
Maybe in about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Spellzap finds the lucrative floor of Sky 3 with all of those boxes.
It's a heal 2 -1 axe, even if we don't find any shards. That feels like a solid item.
Free cast of heal 2 is never something you're going to turn down. Looks like Danny has found Lefane.
Three pieces on Sky 3 so far. As Big Brain
picks
Club
up his Oxio.
And what do we got in the greed chests? Another piece. So 4 pieces on Sky 3. Sky provides. Sky always provides.
Incentivize even when the incentivized item was a dud.
So approaching the 35-minute mark, and it feels like Team Crescent Lake Party Planners, exploration-wise, has a bit of a commanding lead, but I wouldn't count Big Brain Club out just yet. Their communication has been rock solid this whole tournament, and if they can happen upon a suitable grind tile right now, I'd expect them to take the lead going into Topher.
I'd have to agree. Their teamwork has very much been on point, and we'll just see how things go. Getting in the air about, 10-15 minutes after Crescent Lake Party Planners, but we'll see how they can catch up.
Question in chat, where was Life? Life was level 6, not red learnable. No, sorry, Life was learnable. Fade was not.
We have not seen Life 2 or Nuke yet, which is definitely bad sign for late game levels Magic.
There's still hope that it could be in Melmond.
That's true.
Otherwise, yeah.
And you can get through the game decent using Fire 3, Ice 3, but I mean, you would love to have a more powerful sweeper for some of the Fiends or unrunnable packs in Topher later on.
And Lightning 3 was 6, so it's usable, but only by one character in most of these parties, except for Danny, who made the correct choice. She gets 2 Lightning 3 casters.
And Hype's just reminding us picking up that Lightning 3 Gauntlet, so they do have some free casts of that as well. Crabcake's pointing out in chat, Life 2 was level 3, so...
Right. Locked to White Mage only. Ooh, as Danny finds the Lich 1 floor, here comes 2 of the freest shards. I am generally far more afraid of the trash fights on this floor than I am of Lich 1 itself.
I'd have to agree with you there.
Alright, here's our Lich 1 fight. We're gonna swing, harm 4, quake, quake, quake. Ineffective. He's resisting his birthday cake. Harm 4 goes off. Big swing, 4 hits for 32. Ooh. But it's okay because he's suddenly hungry. Broken into cake. Away we go.
2 more quick shards for Danny there.
This spell zap happens upon Armory floor and finds the Mazza -5.
Well, it's a Massa.
It is still better than the Sun 5 for everything up until an actual boss fight. I have had to do this math before.
I think you would still say then Vorpal 3 is probably the preferred endgame weapon at this
Yeah.
point. Even with
Vorpal 3 is our end. Yeah, Vorpal 3 is our endgame sword, no question at this point. Ooh, an Expert Hammer. That's spicy. Especially with our double Brack shirts.
And Hype's just picked up another Sun 5 over there. That might be could that be the third one, if not the second? But, I mean...
I think it might be the third.
That's very generous.
And Spellzap finds another Heal 2 axe. So we got 2 of those. We also find Argoyles with Lightning 3. And the Scorch we would very much rather them cast. Well, we didn't need that half of the party anyway.
Just gonna keep going with these other 2 characters. As Chadbert goes and finds Elfland as well. See Hype's up there taking the Red Sahag with Sahag fight. It is now a runnable encounter, I believe. Is that correct?
So, back in the day when we shuffled what encounters were unrunnable, we could only control it for... So the way Final Fantasy 1 has encounters set up is that each encounter has an A side and a B side. And both the A and B side are controlled by the same kind of unrunnable flag. So if side A is unrunnable, side B must also be unrunnable. Where this turns into a problem is that the Wiz Sahag Sahag fight is the B side of the pirate fight, which is a boss fight, which can't ever be runnable. Thus, for the longest time, Wiz Sahag Sahag was always unrunnable. Regardless of whatever else was shuffled, you could rely on that always being unrunnable. But at one point, the devs said, hey, this is dumb, we're gonna change it. So now that fight has been shuffled around with one of the other fights to make that unrunnable, or they managed to split the flag between A side and B side. I'm not sure which ended up happening. It's a similar story. It's a similar story with the Iron Gall fight, the 1-2 Iron Galls. That is the B side of the Garland encounter. So, and those are now runnable sometimes too.
I did not know that about the Iron Galls, but whichever A side, B side they did, we do have to appreciate them taking that away, because I would see some of my runs and go crazy taking several encounters of that on the Sea Shrine.
Mm-hmm. So we got level 7 Brack, level 7 Invis 2, neither red learnable. Gold -5 bracelets.
At least they were cheap.
I guess. And it's an upgrade, I guess, from our silver -2 bracelets.
And looks like Danny picked up the cube there, I believe, in Marsh Incentive, and now going to check out the lock chests.
Mm-hmm. This week, as opposed to last week, we have incentives. Oh, there's level 8 nuke. Yikes. We have so last week we had incentives in Canaria Armory. This week we took that Canaria Armory incentive and we moved it to Marshlock. So on the Marsh bottom floor there are 2 incentives, one of which requires the key.
Question about that. With the incentive lock in Marsh bottom, is it always the same chest?
Yes. The incentive chest in Marsh it's the one that you find the crown in, the statue one. And then the bottom right of the key locked ones, the one that has the tile directly in front of it, it's flanked on both sides by statues. That actually describes a lot of them. It's the bottom right one.
Gotcha.
As we pop the bottle open, talk to a tiny fairy, and get ourselves an Opal -5 bracelet. Oh boy.
This steed just does not want to give decent armor.
Level 5 Wall, and I guess X-Fur, both of which red learnable.
No ribbons yet found, so the wall spell definitely a welcome sight.
Level 5 Bane, I guess. We're a little late in the game for Zap.
Steel armor for almost 50k right there in the Melman shop.
I haven't been able to keep much track of fighter armor. I don't know if that's good or bad. I suspect bad.
it didn't roll up or down. It might be the best they've seen so far.
I mean, that's equivalent to fire or ice armor, just without the resistance. And with a huge evade penalty, but lucky for us, evade doesn't matter. I mean, it technically matters, but I don't believe it matters.
You just get your levels high enough, and nothing matters. Just
Yeah,
power
just
through.
whatever. Just one more Inviscast. If you really care, you're good to go.
You could even pull a Fog 2 strats if you're desperate.
Yeah.
Chadbert pulling up his speed bump fight.
And it's Quake time. So, Spell Zap hovering around 16 shards at the moment.
Danny finds the Adamant in Marsh Locked.
At this point, we're starting to run into only having dud locations left.
Yeah,
We still gotta find... Yeah, we still gotta find the slab, but other than that... Oh, and the Incentive Ribbon. Incentive Ribbon is probably what we're gonna be after here, because that... I don't think we found any other ribbons other than that one.
I have not seen any, and with Vault level 5, you're not going to get a whole lot of casts of that, so you would love to find at least one ribbon.
Hype's on 11 shards. Chadbert on 10 shards. See if I can get a look at Danny's inventory real quick. Once we're done with terrible magic purchases, except for level 7 Brack, which, I mean, once we get the levels to cast out, it'll be neat.
Again, at least it was cheap.
Danny on 18 shards.
So, decent shard lead right now for Spell Zap and Danny, but still need to get some levels to get that endgame ready to go.
Split the difference and call it an average of 6 shards ahead.
Yeah, I'd say you're about right. Looks like Spell Zap's going to go to try to grab 4 more, pulling Kraken in about another few seconds. Well, these lobsters not playing around right now.
No, lobsters have 2 settings, bad and worse.
As we see Spell Zap pulling Kraken on his side. Draw out a wall, a little bit of ruse. Some temper. Showing Kraken one a little respect. And ouch. 773 from Kraken on Dan. That's not good. I believe he has the Massa on the White Wizard though, so it looks like we'll see some White Samurai strats with the ruse. I think that's 6 stacks of evasion on the White Wizard. If we can cure up, hopefully we can get through this. Kraken 1 not playing around. Oh. Cure 4 goes off. White Wizard back on her feet. Massive swing 2 for 203. Not bad. Kraken a little punchy. We'd like to see that. Another swing, 2 for 203. 2 for 309. Ooh, we're starting to miss. 2 for 203 again. Kraken, a little beefy. 2 for 309. Kraken definitely got some health right now. Damage. Whole day in prey time. Good thing Kraken's punchy, doesn't seem to have much in the way of spells or skills right now. And terminated for spell zap. 4 shards when he steps on the portal. Very nice job there by spell zap. Pivoting and switching to roost strats on the White Wizard to make sure that he could finish out that fight. See where our teams decide to go next. And Danny, looking for shards still, picks up her black shirt as well. As we have Chadbert pulling the vampire floor. And Spellzap pulling the vampire floor. Danny gets her Lightning 3 Gauntlet. Free cast of AoE.
So it looks like Chadbert is about to pick up the Sun 5 sword.
I believe it is in this chest, yes. Danny got her Lightning 3 Gauntlet from down there and made her way back out. Looks like she was just cleaning up after being down there the first time.
The Brack -1 shirts seem to be White Wizard equipable, so that'll be good armor for them.
And looking at Chadbert's inventory, we do indeed have 3 Sun 5 swords.
Man, this would have been a great double fighter, double red seed. As Spellzap finds his way down to Marsh Split. I have a feeling this was the dungeon where there were a lot of shards located.
I believe Carrie is also at the end of this top run right here through Marsh Split. So another couple shards there as well.
Carrie's a long way. It's a long way to go for just 2 shards. There's got to be something else good down here that's worth the trip. Gurmedusas with Blizzard.
Not such a friendly grind this time.
I'm just worried about the earth floor.
Yeah. Rolling in packs of 8 or 9. So with there being 1 incentivized ribbon, does that mean there's only 1 ribbon in play, or they're going to be able to find an additional one, hopefully?
So that relates to a fun flag we have on for this week called Randomized Treasures. Ordinarily, in the game, we shuffle the treasures. There is always 1 Mazza, there is always 1 X-Cal. Where they are, who knows, but there's always 1. There's always 3 ribbons, etc. For Randomized Treasures, we roll the dice to see what's in the treasure pool. And we are on, of the 5 settings, we're on the 2nd lowest. which means that better items have less of a chance to appear in boxes. They can still appear in boxes. I mean, there are people talking about the 4 Mazza seed. That's an example of the dice saying, "Nah, the heck with you. We're still gonna have like super items anyway." There's the only way to ensure that there is at least one of something is to incentivize it. And that's why we have the incentive ribbon, to make sure there's at least one. But it's entirely possible that there's only one.
Gotcha. I can confirm also that 4 Massa seed had impoverished wealth on. I was tracking it, so that goes to show you that anything can happen at any point.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, 10 hits, 635 out of carry 1. Obliterates the red mage.
These fiends are definitely punchy right now. Kraken was smacking for about 1,400 damage earlier as well.
Looks like we're going to go with a melee strategy, tempering up the knight. Except the knight just died.
Looks like Spellzap gonna have to pivot back to White Wizard Samurai strats over there to get through the same way he did against Kraken.
Hey, if it works, it works. Paid for 296, and carry 1 is still there. We're going to do whatever fades we've got left, because those fades are going to be almost certainly a lot more damage than a Mazza -5 swing out of the semi-tempered White Wizard. But once we run out of fades, it's going to be up to the melee, which missed. This would be a good time for lock, but oops, we don't have it. But there's a swing for 103, a miss, a counter miss. We got ourselves a regular old Matrix fight over here, but 2 hits for 156. Down goes carry 1. The hardest 2 shards we've ever had to work for.
So right now, an update on the shard count. Looks like we have Spellzap at 23, Danny at 19, Pipes and Chad both at 11.
Chat calling out that there was an Excal 4 spotted somewhere. That would be... I think that's my new favorite weapon up until Kraken 2. I think at Kraken 2 I would flip back to the Vorpal 3.
So the X-Cal's kind of, its kind of call is it kind of finds the what the fiend is weak to, is that correct? Or it finds resistance?
So, the Excal has advantage against all types and all elements. So even if a creature doesn't have like any elemental resistance, if they have a creature type, then the Excal has advantage against that. And advantage, I believe, is plus 10 to weapon swing power. That power is effective on every creature in the game except for Chaos. So against Chaos, Excal power nosedives. The other notable thing about Excal is that it has a terrible crit rate. It's just flat garbage. So if it's a high absorb fight, which Tia 2 almost certainly is, and Kraken 2 is kind of likely to be, then Excal is not the weapon for the job, because you're still going to be on 1-hit, 1-damage strats anyway.
Yeah, I think you definitely would like the Vorpal right there to help punch you through, as Danny finds the slab over there.
Sweet. We can get that turned in and get our maybe ribbon?
Hopefully. I would think that's the only thing they're looking to find right now.
Ooh, Danny finds the Tia floor. Buckle up. We're going to get our robot sighting. Or not. Or we'll just leave.
We do have a required War Mech if she wants to go through and get those 4 shards that Tia has.
Ah, come on, Danny. Whatever, you got Fade and Nukes, question mark. Or maybe, well, maybe not the Nukes, because those were level 8, but whatever, you got Fade and Temper and Fast, just... disappoint.
Don't forget Lightning 3 Gauntlet for the win.
We got Expert. You could just Expert and blow the thing up with Lightning 3. Yeah, we're good. We're fine.
And I think she does have both Brack shirts, so why not?
Sure. That'll be 6% after Expert. So Hype's continuing a bit of a shopping trip. Looks like the Big Brain Club is doing a Big Brain restock, getting their stuff together before we dive some more of these hideously long dungeons in search of shards.
Haven't really seen any great grind tiles yet either. I know there was a Gershark Big Eye tile in Ice Cave, but haven't really seen anything else too tasty at this point.
Did they have anything going for them? Because Gershark Big Eye is on my top 10 list, number 6, I believe.
Most of the runners ran from that encounter because they wanted to see what was in the box, but they looked like they were punchy. I didn't see them cast any skills or magic.
Well, with our Lightning 3 gear and our ability to cast Ice 3 at level 2, Chet calling out that there was a Zombie Dragon tile, I'd take Gershark Big Eye over that.
I believe the Zombie Dragons had some kind of nasty skill as well, if I'm not mistaken. Might be safer to take the Big Eye and Gershark. Danny over in Ordeal is going to pick up 3 shards down here in these 4 treasure chests.
Three shards out of 4 chests. That seems like a good ratio. So we're closing in on the 1 hour mark, and Team Crescent Lake party planners are within spitting distance of getting their 28 shards, even if their levels might not quite be up to the challenge of Topher yet. Meanwhile, the Big Brain Club doing their own exploration, making good progress. I believe I just saw a bunch of shards on Chadbert's end. Hypes is at 14, and I think Chadbert is north of that.
I think Chadbert is right around, what's that, maybe like 17, maybe?
17 or 18, maybe? Yeah.
I don't think he had 3 full lines full, but he definitely had 2 plus.
Hypes trekking back down into some deep dungeon looking for something. Spells out finding an Opal 5 helmet, which at this point, I'd probably carry that out. I mean, eventually, sure, it's going to be replaced by a ribbon, but I mean, for now, we could have the uncrunkable knight.
That is true. Danny Crabcake's pointing out in chat, not sure why Danny's going to Ice Cave. Perhaps she's going to take that grind tile here.
Yep. If that's where the Gershark Big Eye was.
It was the top right grind tile by the 1 chest.
Yep. I'd take it.
Or maybe not.
Or maybe not. Huh. What are we looking for down here? As Spells Up finds the birthday boy himself. Oh, it was the trolls with Stone Touch.
Oh, yep, there it is. Danny gonna take the Zombie Dragon grind instead. Also pretty good, provided they can go down quick.
Yeah, 4 Zombie Dragons is not bad. We've got a lot of harm spells. We've got level 1 Fire 3. It will do. The most important thing for a grind is whether you can 1 round whatever you're going against, or 2 round if it's something enormous.
looks like they rolled above 260 hit points, so 1 to 2 spells. I don't know, unless I get some high rolls on those.
So Danny is settling in to her endgame grind. Spellzap doing a little bit more exploration, trying to locate the last of those shards, probably trying to locate the last of the fiends, so that when Danny's ready, if Danny's at 22, then all we really need is location Kraken and location Tiamat, and we're good to go. Danny knows where Tiamat is, so that one's not bad. It's Kraken that we need to locate.
And our tracker Shadow Flame shout out says Spellzap is in go mode, has his 28 shards. Danny's sitting at 22, Hype's at 14, Chad at 15. So I think you're right. I think Spellzap doing a little exploration for Danny, trying to see if he can help her locate those last few shards.
We gotta get that ribbon.
Translation of the slab, so we know where Lefane is, so we'll see what we have.
As Hypes finds Matoya and gets Slab. Alright, here, moment of truth. Our big Lefane turn in. Is it the thing we want? It sure is. That's a ribbon 3.
You love to see it. Danny's sticking with the zombie dragon tile, making sure she takes some levels.
As Hypes is going to give us our first look at our big robody friend, the Warmech. I'm interested to see what this Warmech has, because whatever Warmech has is whatever Topher doesn't.
I believe I saw Danny is up to 27 shards too, so she is very close to her go mode as well. Or maybe that was 25.
Here comes the Warmech. We're going to fast the night. We're going to temper the night. We're going to Brack strats and a test swing. Brack ineffective. Fast goes off. Temper goes off. Test swing. 1 hit for 117. That's bad news. Worse news. Incoming fire 2. That's a garbage spell that we kind of really wanted to be in Topher. We're going to try some more temper strats. A little bit of heal 3 and a swing. Next swing. 1 hit. 117. Heal 3 goes off. Tops up the health just a little bit. Lock goes off. We needed that. Super punch out of Warmech. Down goes the Black Wizard. Temper goes off on the Knight. Heal 3 is going to go off. But what's going to come in the other direction? The lock sticks. Incoming Lightning 2. Does Lightning 2 things. Swing. 1 hit for 148. We need more hits than that. Swing. 1 hit 148. Still the wrong amount of hits. Incoming Nuke. Big over 300 rolls everywhere. And the Lightning 3 to finish off the night. Warmech is not playing around today.
Oof. It looked like Hypes had the Massa equipped on the Knight as well. Would you have switched to the Vorpal there in that situation?
That's... If I had Xcal access, I would be using Xcal. Because I would want the additional hits as well as... Actually, that's mainly about additional hits. It's hard to tell where the evasion is. Or sorry, where the absorb is on that Warmech, because his evasion was so high that only crits were hitting. that's a rough fight to get through. I'm thinking X for Brack strats, but with how long it takes to get down there, it might not be meme suitable. So in that case, I just have to open the fight with just like a fast and then just all the locks and go in with the X-Cal, because the thing about the Vorpal is that the more you buff it, the Vorpal gets way more benefit out of buffs than most any other weapon. But if the only thing we have time to cast is lock, I'd want to go with the reliable standby of the X-Cal.
Gotcha, understood. And Danny, I believe, is up to level 31, or if not 32 on her Light Warriors, so looking pretty good on her grind, and spells out taking the same tile.
So Chadbert gonna go get the super fancy ribbon. Is Hype's gonna be joining all our friends at the Zombie D grind? That's looking like a yes. Yep, so 3 of our 4 on-stream runners all on the same tile. Let's see if Chadbert gets the memo on, hey, this is the only grind. Don't bother with any of the others. It's this or nothing.
It's like Chadbert going in a different direction, I believe.
We're on a quest for something. Where's Chadbert going? Sarda locations. Oh, probably opening key lock boxes for pieces and whatnot.
Danny exits out and goes back in. Gonna keep grinding on this tile, I think.
So, Chadbert at 21 shards. So spells up in go mode, Chadbert at 21. Danny, last I saw, was only a couple short. And I'll get a look at Hype's inventory once he heals after an encounter.
I believe Danny is at 25, and Hypes is somewhere in the teens.
Danny is at 25, and Hypes is at 14?
14 or 15, that was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Danny
it looks like Danny's
their grind.
Are we going to go for Warmech to polish off levels, or are we going to go to Kraken for the easy kill? Where are we going?
If it was you in this situation, where would you go right now? I'd be tending to go to Warmech. Yep.
100%
like
Warmech. Yep. I want the levels off the Warmech. I want the levels off the Bridge of Destiny. Yes, it's kind of a deep dive, but I'm a little scared of Topher at this point with no ribbons, so I'm going to want a power advantage.
Yeah, with only one ribbon, you're going to want to have a few extra levels on these Light Warriors before you head on down. Like Chadbert's still checking key locks, looking for shards. Looks like Danny is going to go try to pull Warmech and Tia.
Heck yeah. That's a spirit.
That's the play right there. I agree.
At 33 and 34. No, wait. Kraken was at Lefane location, wasn't it?
Oh, was that Kraken? Yeah, I think you might
be
that is Kraken. Yep.
Disappoint. All right.
Canuber pointing out in chat, would you check validation chests in Topher for a ribbon? I can confirm,
Yes.
tracking a race last night, there was a second ribbon in the validation chest in Topher. So from now on,
Yeah.
I know I will check them if I have a second.
Oh yeah, like with randomized treasure, 100% I'm checking those. I might even, horror of horrors, take a look at some of the carry floor chests, just in case one of those is a stupid ribbon.
I can honestly say I have never checked the carry chest personally because I do not even know where they are. The only races I've watched, no one's bothered checking them, and I haven't bothered exploring.
Basically, you take the same path you would to carry, but instead of turning up towards the downward stairs to take the carry fight, you head down. The path forks into left and right. There's a chest on the right and a chest on the left.
Gotcha.
There's more chests beyond those, but it's not worth sticking around on the carry floor for that long.
Makes sense. Well, maybe next time I do a run for fun, I'll just check them out.
Mm-hmm. And hey, the Iron Gall tile. We finally found a good grind tile. It's the number 4 tile. Yay! We don't have Lightning 3, but whatever. We got melee ? Actually, the Vorpal is really good for the Iron Galls.
And we do have the Lightning 3 Gauntlet as well.
Mm-hmm.
And a few nuke casts as well. So when you say your number 4 tile, I've heard people speak of that a little bit. You want to explain maybe your top 5 grind tiles real quick for everybody?
Sure. So most people probably have their own independent list of the favorite tiles that they look for to try and get the most levels for the least effort. Ooh, we got a validation check. It's Falchion 4 and $10. Oh, well, we tried. I gathered a list together of the top 9 most potentially valuable experience fights, and my number 10 is 2 to 3 eyes, because at some point you have to factor in just how easy it is to kill things, and eyes are like the easiest thing to kill for ridiculous experience. Mm-hmm. But I also compiled a list of the 9 best fights. Without getting into the numbers, I'll just go into the tiles. At number 1, by kind of a lot, is the 3 to 4 worm tile. Worms with an O. These things are just monstrous. Like, even 3 worms is worth more experience than the top end of tiles 5 through 10. It's insane. The second tile that I like is 1 to 2 Naga plus 3 to 6 water. That is almost as much as the worms on the top end. It's really great. After that, 2 to 4 Gasties. If you got Ice 3, you're good to go. Probably, maybe, as long as they roll kind of low. 2 to 4 Gasties is my number 3 tile. At number 4 is 1 to 2 Iron Galls. If you get 2 Iron Galls, it's amazing. If you get 1, it's still fine. At number 5, I've got 1 to 2 Gershark plus 1 to 2 Big Eye, almost as much as the Iron Galls. And from here, the fights are basically homogenous in that they're roughly the same levels of experience, but only a couple better or worse. Number 6 is 1 to 2 Zombie D plus 1 to 3 Whizvamp, and then 3 to 6 Water, and then 2 to 4 Red D was one I didn't expect on the list. And the one that everyone says I'm insane for taking, but I will always test anyway just because of the potential reward, 5 to 9 Badmen. And then if none of those work, there's always 2 to 3 Eye.
Those sound like great tiles. Those bad men can definitely be a little scary with how punchy they can be, but I can absolutely see the experience benefit. Mm-hmm. As it looks like Spellzap pulls Lich 2, and Danny makes her way as well into Topher.
Oh, Spellzap at the first mini-boss of Topher. It's the birthday boy. Not even bothering with cast at this point, we're just going to try melee, and down goes Lich 2. So Spellzap onto the floor of the first boss fight of Topher. Is Danny as at the Iron Gall tile, not too far behind. Hypes and Chadbert still looking to top off shard counts and or levels, depending on who you're looking at.
Shout out to Danny with the cheeky zap strat right there on one of the Iron Golds on her way through when she ran.
Yep. Zap works really well on golems. Golems generally are a nuisance because of the resistances they have, but since they don't resist time and their MDef isn't great, Zap works. The only thing in the game that resists time is Chaos. Lots of things will just ignore it because they have too much MDef, but the only thing that actually resists it is Chaos.
Unrunnable Agama encounter for spells. I'm going to slow them down a little bit because it looks like they rolled a little beefy.
Chat pointing out Death Touch Agamas.
Oof.
That's a bad. At a high enough level, a character's MDef will basically reduce Death Touch down to 3 and 256. It looks like that didn't happen for the Red Mage or the Black Mage. Oh, as Hypes finds the mythical blue stake, this run is blessed. Spell Zap pulls carry 2. We're going to try some fast, some Invis 2. We're going to go a little bit on defensive strats and maybe some Temper. But Test Swing first, 5 hits for 265. This is probably not going to be a very long fight. Temper goes off. Invis 2 goes off. Fast goes off. Incoming Swing for 660 against a Knight. Uh-oh. We're officially in uh-oh territory. Let's try offense. Incoming Nuclear. Down goes the melee. And the rest of the party takes some damage as well. The Temper goes nowhere. The Fade for 80 damage. That's basically minimum. Cure 4. Too little, too late. We're going to need to come up with a non-Knight-based plan. How about some Fade? And the one nuke charge. Ink does ink things. Nuke goes out for 204. Fade goes out for 101. Quadex? Bullseye on the Quadex. Ooh. Down goes carry 2. Spell Zap is on to the water floor.
Very nice job under pressure there by Spell Zap. I believe I saw Danny burning off an encounter or two there before she pulled Lich as well. Spells that probably relaying the unrunnable Agamas.
Mm-hmm.
As over on Hype's side, looks like he is about to pull Kraken.
It's the race of who will get to a Fiend first. Looks like it's going to be Spell Zap with the Kraken 2, doing a little bit of party jiggling first. We're going to Temper up that Knight, we're going to Fast that Knight, we're going to Ruse that White Mage, and we're going to do a Test Swing. Test Swing first. 3 hits for 82. That's not great Absorb, and that's not great Evasion, and that's over 1,000 damage to the expendable Black Wizard. Goodbye. We'll collect your pasty chunks off the floor once we're done. Got to continue tempering. Kraken 2 with Nuclear, over 200 damage to both of the mages. 7 hits for 313 in a counterattack by the Knight. Ruse goes off. We're gonna need some heals maybe, but we're gonna keep with the buffing. Temper goes off. Ruse goes off. We're really afraid of that melee. Bane takes out the Red Wizard. Swing from the Knight. 7 hits for 745. Down goes Kraken 2. Oh, this White Mage is going to be doing a lot of Life 2 work. Good thing we don't have anything else going for us at level 3. As Danny is taking on Carry 2. Sticking with melee strats. Seems to be a mage down. We're going to try some Quadex strats. Danny has probably been counting health, and this round is going to be either a Swing takes it or a Quadex takes it, but the Swing gets in first. 5 hits for 466. Down goes Carry 2. As Spell Zap pulls Tia 2. It's just Tarzaning one Fiend to the next for the Crescent Lake Party Planners. We're going to try some fast. We're going to do a Test Swing. 5 hits for 313. That's really good by Tia 2 standards. Incoming Lightning 2. That's basically a free round. The Ruse goes off. What are we doing? How are we adapting? We're going to try Lock 2 strats. Lock 2 and Temper in concert with a little bit of Invis 2. Incoming Super Punch. Down goes the Red Mage. Invis 2 goes off. Just a hair too late, but that's fine. Outgoing Swing. 6 hits for 267. Okay, this is a little bit of an Absorb problem. Lock 2 goes off. we're going to switch back to Temper strats. And a little bit of Invis 2 with a swing. Invis 2 goes off. The party is at 2 of 6 evasion stacks, with the white mage being at 4 of 6 evasion stacks. Temper goes off in a big swing. 3 hits for 185. That wasn't big at all. Lightning 2 does Lightning 2 things. Well, let's try some Brack, I guess, because we kind of want to conserve Tempers for Chaos. But we got some Lock 2s that are still usable. We'll try a little bit of Wall just in case. Outgoing swing, 3 hits for 334. Big swing at a Tia 2, down goes the Black Mage. Wall successfully cast. What are we doing with our lives at this point? We're Bruise, I guess, and a swing. 6 hits for 603, that's the damage we wanted, and down goes Tia 2. Spell Zap is on to Chaos. As Danny takes on Kraken 2, and seems to be missing some party members.
Kraken 2 punching down her knight.
We got Fade and Nukes. We're just going to keep fading and nuking until we think we can get away with a Quad X. Kraken 2 assisting by casting spells instead of obliterating the Black Mage as is tradition. Fade for 100, Nuke for 121. Have we been counting? Probably, because we're still on Fade and Nuke strats. Outgoing Nuke for 110. Incoming Nuclear. Well, we're going to have to come up with a non-Quad X based plan. Fade for around 100. We're just got to keep fading and hope we get there. Fade for 131. Kraken says stop. White Mage says nah. One more fade. Well, 2 more fades, but we're going to try this one more fade. And the lone fade casting White Mage gets there. Danny's run is still alive as Spell Zap is on Chaos. Luffy, you want to take this?
Oof, Chaos already taken down the White Wizard. Temper's going off. Onto the Knight. Swinging away. 2 hits for 210, not bad. Oh, Chaos destroys the Red Wizard. And the Knight down to 1 knee. Swing for 130, not great. Fast goes off. Cure 4. And Lock 2. Thunder. Oh, 16 hit points left on. Cure 4 goes off. Heals the Knight back up. Some more Lock 2. Some more swing. 3 for 240. Lock 2. Hits. Fire 3. Black Wizard hanging on by a thread. Gonna try one more lock to help that Knight before he takes a nap. 8 hits for 450. Knight gonna swing. 9 hits for 335. Rub goes off. Nothing happens. Chaos swings. 3 for 514. Knight down to 1 knee. 84 hit points left. Ink comes out. Free round. Cure 4. Knight back up. Gonna take a swing. 8 hits, 451, terminated for Spell Zap. Nice job. Cure 4 goes off, saves the day.
That was why you always want to take time to put Cure 4 on your Knight. That fight right there.
That definitely got Harry down for a minute. The Knight down to 16 hit points at one point, but Spell Zap pulls it off as Danny pulls Tia 2.
Danny is having the worst time with that Knight, just refusing to live through anything.
Oof.
That Zap taking out the Knight. This is gonna be sketchy.
Fades and nuclears.
Do the 2 mages have left what it takes to take down this Tia 2? Not with that nuke.
Oof. Nuclear followed with a nuke.
Does that mage have a Brack shirt? Because that's what I'm looking at right now. Oh, what did we cast? We cast Lightning 3. That's not the Brack shirt at all. Danny.
Brack shirt's sitting below the Lightning 3 shirt.
Danny, you've got a Brack shirt. How much damage did we do prior to the Knight going down? Maybe that's why we're on Lightning 3 strats.
Chip damage.
Oh, hey, Cure 4. We didn't see that. Oops. Now, it's time for Brack shirt. Yep. There we go. Nope. There we go. Brack shirt it is. 6% of the time, it will work every time. And it looks like the White Mage is rused up, so it's just a matter of surviving incoming magic long enough to broken into pieces.
Oh, wow.
This
Wow.
This is the story of Zoe the White Mage. Good lord.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Danny with a heck of a fight there. Runs into some sorcerers. This floor just not letting her get away.
Yep.
Alright, Danny on to Chaos's floor. As the Big Brain Club still over there searching for their last few shards before they make their Topher dives.
An interesting rearranging of the party on Danny's end, moving the White Mage into the second slot. Are we low on ruses, or do we have a better plan for this night?
I think I saw she had 4 Rouge charges left, but maybe she's just hoping to definitely get off some tempers and fast.
We're going to be focusing on Invis 2 strats. Danny almost certainly has the knowledge that these punches are to be avoided at all costs. We open with Invis 2, party at 1 of 6 stacks. Fast goes off, Thunder incoming. Does pretty big damage to the Black Mages, but not much anywhere else. 4 hits for 323 is a good start. We're going to try some more Invising. We're going to try a little bit of Lock 2, which connects. A little swing. 4 hits for 196. Invis 2, the party is at 2 of 6 stacks. Big punch, but the White Mage survives it. Temper goes off. What are we doing with our lives? We're going to continue the Invis 2 train. The Knight is going to Cure 4 the White Mage, because we have got to get Evasion capped. Cure 4 goes off. LOL Zap? Nah. Invis 2 goes off. The party is at 3 of 6 stacks. Temper goes off. Incoming punch, 2 hits for 264. The Knight can absorb that, but not for much longer. We need more Cure, we need more Evasion, we need more everything. Test swing. 3 hits for 154. Could be better. Lock 2 goes off. Chaos has Poison Touch. Chaos also blew up a Black Mage. Let's try some more Invis 2. And some Temper. Invis 2, the party is at 4 of 6 stacks. Ink does ink things. Temper goes off. Swing. 7 hits for 653. That's better. That's better damage. The White Mage is out of Invis 2s, but that's fine because we have level 8 Invis. We've also got some ruses going on. What are we going to go with? We're going to go with X for strats. Fire 3 goes off first. Swing. 7 hits for 567 seems neat. X for ineffective. Lock 2 at the end of the round. We're going to keep going with X for strats. And we're going to continue tempering that Knight. This might be the last temper. Swing. 7 hits for 624. Down goes Chaos. The Crescent Lake Party Planners have finished with an official FFR bot time of 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 56 seconds. GG to them.
GG to Spell Zap and Danny. Very nice job with communication there in Topher. As we have Chadbird over here pulling his Lich too as he made his way into the Temple of Fiends. And Heist picking up his ribbon. Chadbird makes it through Lich and is on to the Carry 2 floor, running into those unrunnable Agamos.
And we're joined in the booth by our winners, the Crescent Lake Party Planners, Danny and Spellzap. How's it going?
Going pretty good, Fizzle.
Pretty
Pretty
good.
Danny, thoughts on White Mages?
I'm well. If anything was gonna make me a fan, it was today. Because White Mage Zoe MVP. Because Yeah,
Mhm.
that white mage did work.
So tell me about strategy going into this. Was there anything you adjusted for from previous matches that you kind of wanted to implement into this race?
Yeah, we sort of took a little step back and put a little bit more focus on the early game to make the early game a lot more safe. This one was a little bit nicer of an early game, but we still took it a little slower to get a little bit safer and made sure that our entire game, kind of went off without any hitches.
I was after Wednesday's match and Diapalooza. That was kind of what we were thinking going into this one. Just make sure before diving in, just to try and get those early few levels. Which again, like you said, this one was a little kinder, even without a lot of levels early game. But yeah, after Wednesday, that was kind of the thought going into today. But otherwise, it was basically just same old, I guess.
As the Big Brain Club, now both members are in Topher. We got to look at the carry 2 chests, and we found the defense sword. Now it's the stun sword 2. Would you care to guess how many ribbons we found in the seed?
1,
Uh-huh.
because that's how many I found.
Yeah, it was 1.
Did they happen to find like anything better than like what was it, iron armor for their fighters? Because boy, that felt kind of bad too.
Not that I'm aware of. There was steel armor for sale, but I don't know if anyone went for it.
I don't think so. I think they all had the iron armor as well.
Said the iron armor and iron shield, and I think like an opal helmet I found somewhere.
Yeah, there was an Opal 5 helmet.
But yeah, armor just all around was kind of hot garbage this season.
Oh yeah, that mage armor. Well, we had
So
minus
bad.
5 gold, it's minus 5 opal, minus 1, I think, or 2
I think it was
silver.
minus 4 pro rings, I think.
Yeah,
It was just
minus
yeah.
3 pro cape.
Oh, it was all
Eh.
bad.
Nobody needs armor. Y'all are fine.
Only need ruse.
Well, right? I mean, that armor wasn't doing me a whole lot of good on the second half of Topher, so you might be right there.
Wait, what are you talking about? The armor won the game for you. The Brack shirt.
Oh, okay, that's true. Yeah, but did that roll negative? Because that might have been the only thing.
It was minus 1, yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
But hey, compared to like gold bracelet minus 5,
Oh, true.
as Chadbert pulls Kraken 2, we're gonna do some early buffs. This is Chadbert's first attempt at Kraken 2. We're gonna try some Invis 2 strats. Kraken opens with Bane, takes out the Knight. Fasted the face down Knight. Lock 2 goes off. Invis 2 goes off. Well, time for a non-melee plan. What do we got to look at?
Hopefully you've got that master equipped on the White Wizard.
We're gonna fast up the Red Mage, and we're gonna continue with the Invis 2 strats. The Red Mage is gonna Saber. Invis 2 goes off. The party is at 2 stacks of 6. Doesn't matter because Kraken just obliterates the White Mage. Another Temper goes off. We're gonna have to start swinging. Lightning 2 goes off. Melee, 6 hits, 61. Not good enough. Lock 2 goes off. Swing with what I assume is the Sun Sword 5. 7 hits for 28. Kraken retaliates, takes out the Black Mage. Nuclear, only for 120. Saber goes off. But a big melee out of Kraken 2. Down goes Chadbert. Hypes Nova makes it through carry 2. And it looks like Chadbert has forfeit. Seeing what that Kraken 2 has on offer, he decided he doesn't want any of it. We're going to see if we can get them in here for a post-race interview, as Hypes continues to make his way through Topher, currently on the Kraken floor.
Hype's equipping that Vorpal 3.
Yeah, some surprise in chat. Danny, what weapon did you have going into the Chaos fight?
The X-Cow, whatever it was. Which I was going to switch to Vorpal because, like, Spells Up and use that. And he's like, yeah, it's doing fine. And then, no going into Chaos, knowing that's going to work. Smart idea. And then I completely forgot. And I like, walked up and I clicked 1, clicked too many, and went, oh no, I forgot to switch it. And he's like, what, the ribbon? I was like, no, the ribbon I got. I forgot to switch my swords. But thankfully it was fine. So it was, we got through it.
Hype's doing a little bit of last minute gear rearranging. Gonna take on Kraken 2. With the information he has, what's the strategy we've got on offer? We're gonna start with Lock and Fast. But the White Mage doesn't have Invis 2 or Invis. So we're gonna do some wall strats and a test swing with the Vorpal. 3 hits for 86. Gonna need more juice than that. Lock goes off, wall goes off, Fast goes off. Incoming Bane, down goes the Black Mage. Everyone else survives. We're gonna try some Temper. Some more wall and a swing. Vorpal. 9 hits for 439. That's a good start. Lightning 2 does Lightning 2 things. Wall goes off. Temper goes off. We're gonna try some more Temper. A little bit of Brack and a swing. Vorpal goes off first. 7 hits for 299. Kraken 2 is still there. Fire 3 goes off. Brack shirt isn't effective, but the Temper sure is. We're going to try a little bit more Temper, a little bit more. No, we're going to try a Quad X. Quad X bullseyes, down goes Kraken 2. Hypes is on to the Tia floor.
Hype's definitely doing a good job counting his hit points there. Or just a very good guess.
Sometimes it's a guess, sometimes it's math, sometimes it's desperation.
Better lucky than good, as he runs into the Iron Goals as well, going toward Tia 2.
Do a little bit of last minute healing top off.
Tia 2, Temper's locks going off. Wall cast as well. Fast. Lightning 2, free round. And a swing. 6 for 186. Another Temper. Another Temper. And a fade and swing. Swing. 5 for 308. Nuclear. Everybody's still standing. Temper's going to go off. And a fade. 159. Temper goes off. Waiting on the red and the black mage. Quad X, a lock, heal 3, and a swing. 4 hits, 374, heal 3 goes off. Quad X, ineffective. We're in the Temper, another Temper. 8 in the swing, lock 2, hits. Swing. 6 for 163, going in the wrong direction. Fade for 222. Fire 3 strat. 26 for chip damage. And Tia punches down the Black Wizard. Swing. 8 hits, 650 and change. Terminated. Pipes is through Tia 2 and going to make its way over to Chaos.
And we're joined in the booth by Chad Burt. How's it going, man?
GG's to Crescent Lake Party Planners.
Hey, GG, Chad.
Thank you. Yeah, GG to you guys too.
We took a game. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you guys got our first loss in tournament play.
Yep, and it's my first elimination tournament win in any randomizer speedruns, so I could take that as a very big plus.
I mean, look at the times here. I do see it in the notes. I mean, your entrance to Topher was pretty quick. Looked like it was about 128
Yeah, that sounds about right.
when we were finishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was taking my time because we had some note mishaps, and so my partner had to run around looking for shards because I forgot to write some of them down. And
Well, your partner's on Chaos right now and already has lost a red mage due to a savage punch out of Chaos. Gonna try some heal 3 strats, but the heal 3 goes off before we see anything dangerous coming in. Big punch to the knight. The knight is already down on one knee. We're gonna try some cure 4 strats. We're gonna keep swinging with that Vorpal. That Vorpal is the weapon to have for this Chaos fight. But not for 2 hits, 125. We need a little bit more power than that. Fire 3 goes off, the Knight survives it, and the Cure 4 brings it back to full. We're going to just preemptively Cure 4 that Knight just in case. Temper goes off first. Punch destroys the Black Wizard. The Cure 4 goes off. And the swing, 4 hits for 412. Big Punch destroys the White Mage. But 5 hits for 758 out of the Knight, and down goes Chaos. Pipes finishing at around the 1 hour 44 minute mark. GG to him. We'll see if we can get him in here as well. Yeah, this Chaos must have had close to base health.
yeah, I had some pretty bad luck on Kraken 2 there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very, very punchy fiends, but not very
Sure
durable.
were.
I actually took down my knight with Bane, so
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
we're joined in the booth by Nova. GG, man.
Hey, what's going on?
EG Nova.
Yeah. So, how's life?
Life's fine. Tell us about the seed and how it went.
Too well. So I missed something. Went too fast.
Dare I say, a little too loose.
No, you wouldn't dare.
yeah, I saw the how the seed was going very early on, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think we're gonna win this because this one seems like a free seed, and I'm gonna make mistakes.
Yeah, it was a thingy.
And, like the seed itself, it didn't feel too bad. It definitely felt better than the one on Wednesday. And I remember saying, like, right as we were going to Topher, I was like, here's just hoping it's not bad. But apparently Kraken 2 and Tia 2 heard me, and we're like, nah.
There was a breeze. What?
My words?
Well, you
I
gotta
still
get
don't-
good.
Right? Well, thankfully, I had my one white mage that made it through both. Was real good.
Yeah,
Oh,
Kraken
you're
2 took out my knight and then immediately punched my white mage in turn 2, so it's just
I went into Kraken 2 knowing he had Bane, and I'm like, all right, so first thing you do is wall the fighter. And he baned him, and he was no longer right before the wall cast went off, and I was like, crap. So let's just hope we got enough nukes and face to get through this. And then everybody but the white mage died. It was like, oh, come on, work.
And then the Tia 2 fight. Everyone but the white mage died.
It was like, well, thank goodness we've got Ruse and Cure 4 and a Brack shirt, because I was like, I don't want to do this again. Because I had forgotten, honestly, I had forgotten about the Brack shirt. And I was like, I rused, you can't hit me, and got Cure 4. I got a lit 3 go, let's go. We're going to be here a while, but we're getting there. And then Tia had Cure 4. And I went, no! And so was like, wait, do you got the Brack shirt? I was, oh yeah, I do. Hold on.
We were
I had the backup strat.
Lightning threes. It was pretty wild. And then we saw he switched to Brack. We were excited when we saw that.
I forgot I had it. Thank goodness you mentioned it. Because
By the time I got the Chaos, I put on the X-Ray Hammer and the Brack shirt on my fighter just in case, but I
it's
didn't
smart.
need it. The Chaos was a cakewalk. Actually,
It
Topher
wasn't
itself wasn't too bad. I guess Chad ran into Bane, but like after he told me that he saw Bane, I just used Wall and had a life caster up, so it wasn't that bad.
So, this question is for the Big Brain Club. Now that you guys are out of the tournament, if we do have another co-op tournament in the future, same teams?
Very possibly. I also might decide to take on a Duckling next year. I don't know. Depends. My schedule is hard to work with, so I wanted to thank Nova for dealing with me on that, by the way.
I don't plan for the future, so if I find someone, I find someone. If I don't, well, I'll make I'll do a solo co-op team. Let's go. It'll be called SOOP.
Well, you carried me in the first 2 games on this one, so you could do it.
First 2? Okay.
This one I actually felt like I did things.
No, you were backpacking, my guy.
Like this one, I was finding items, but I wasn't getting shards.
You were you were backpacking, my guy. You're gonna accept that.
Yeah.
And you're gonna move on with your life.
And speaking of moving on, I guess we'll move on to final thoughts. We'll start with the Crescent Lake Party Planners. Danny and Spellzap, final thoughts?
Go white mage. I may never say that again, so I'll make those people happy. Like I said, white mage Zoe MVP. Speaking of, hi daughter Zoe, love you. But it was fun. It felt much better this run than Wednesday, because Wednesday felt real bad. Next week will be fun. Not sure who we've got next week yet, but that's going to be interesting. Thanks to you guys for doing crews, Shadow for tracking again, who may out-track me at this point. Fizzle and Luffy for doing comms today. Fizzle, who's done comms on all these races this week. Comms MVP too, which I had MVP to everybody. And Spellzap for being the best partner in the whole freaking wide world. Because I wouldn't have happened whatever today, I probably wouldn't have gotten through if I had. So, yeah, best partner ever.
And Big Brain Club, final thoughts?
Give it to you, Nova.
Oh, you're deferring to me. All right.
Yep, let's do it.
The spells
throw for content and want to do Deep Town's GG's.
Smart. That's the real big brain.
Yeah, let's go.
Luffy, final thoughts?
That was a great race to watch with both of you. Very exciting Temple of Fiends there. GG's to the Crescent Lake Party Planners for pulling it out. And Hypes and Chad, great show and well done as well. That was a great race to watch. Thank you very much.
All right, and big shout outs to Speed Gaming for hosting us today. A big thank you to Luffy for climbing into the booth with me. This has been a joy. And shout outs to Shadowed Flames for doing our tracking. For all of us here at the FFR community, stick around. We've got yet more co-op tournament coming up. But until then, see you next time. Have a good day, everyone.